These are the shoe trends we are going to be seeing left, right and centre over the summer. As we are now officially in summer, it's June. I feel like, you know, although the weather outside in the UK isn't telling me as such, it is officially summer. And these are the shoe trends and also these specific designer styles that are definitely having a moment right now. As usual, links will be below or in the shopping prompt on the screen. Some of these trends are a little bit controversial. One is like, could it even be called luxury? Oh my gosh, shock horror. But also, when it comes to trends, and I do quite a lot of sort of like trend videos and all of that, not all trends are made equal, and not all trends are wearable. So these are definitely the ones that I think are definitely on the more wearable side. Do not be surprised if you start to spot more of them. On point, the ballet trend. Now, don't click away, okay? I know you're sick and tired of talking about ballet core, and we are sick and tired of the Miu Miu ballet flats. Well, I am, at the very least. But stick with me, because we're seeing these done in different ways that aren't, you know, so obviously Swan Lake-like. And those are the ones that I'm going to share with you today, so stick with me. Definitely ballet flats, a sort of Mary Jane style, schoolgirl-esque. We're seeing so much of it. Now, the first pair I want to talk about are the Alaya pair. Well, good luck to you, truly, because these come in crystals and they also come in like a mesh situation. They do also have some other versions, one that is all sort of like furry and looks like, you know, a little sort of Sesame Street character on the feet. They're definitely in stock. Also, if we can all ignore my burst blood vessel above my right eye, I fell asleep on the plane, woke up with this. I don't know what went on. But anyway, so the crystal pair in all colours are sold out, as far as I could tell. I know that they are also in high demand across personal shoppers and things like that. Those are like studded with crystals. They're definitely more statement-y, but again, that very low to the ground, one strap across the foot, ballet flat situation. They also do these in a mesh, which again gives a little bit more of an edgier vibe, I guess, not so, you know, little satin ballet flat. By the way, those crystal pairs are going for like almost double on Vestiaire. So, crazy times, crazy times. Now, the second pair I want to talk about are the Kate Marcy. My style in this shoe could not be further from each other, but I'm here to put you on. So these are very, very simple in that I mean, some of them just look like one sheet of fabric was used to make the whole shoe. They are slip-on. There is no one strap, no Mary Jane situation on this one, but I feel like it's definitely the same category. Again, they do this in mesh, but a different kind of mesh, right? You'll see. They do mesh with crystals, again, studded on it. This is for the minimalist. Not all fully sold out, but a lot of popular sizes have gone. Now, arguably my favourite pair of the ballet flat trend are the Valentino rock studs, because I think they merge perfectly. But the Valentino rock stud ballet flats come in 3 different styles. You've got the original ballet flat, which is, you know, just a slip on. It's got a sort of rock stud trim. That doesn't do it for me. Also, no thank you to the pair that have very, very long straps that will take you 15 minutes to crisscross on the front and back of your calves before you're ready to leave the house. And then, inevitably, gravity takes its toll throughout the day. It never works out the way you hoped. But the pair that I do love are the in-between pair. They've got a couple of ankle straps, and I think that they just give this really nice... I really hate using the term punk for things that have studs, because I know that this is in no way... I don't think in any which way the Valentino rock stud could be described as being punk, but... you know what I mean. It does give that harder edge to something very sort of soft and delicate as a ballet flat, and I just think it merges really well. But the ballet flat to end all ballet flats is obviously the Chanel ballet flat, a timeless classic, a constant in luxury fashion, blah, 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 we know, okay? So obviously, never really a trendy shoe, but it definitely is the moment for them. I think even more popular than the normal ballet flat are the slingback ones, right? You've got a little bit of heel height, maybe even more for the summer. Slingback summer sort of makes sense, but they're doing them in some fun variations. So there are some tweed versions. There are the all crystal versions, though. They have got a hefty little price tag on those. Okay, it's actually Get your tissues out, it's eye-watering. That's one way that you can do the trend that's a little bit more, maybe, you know, timeless. You know the vibes. Guys, if you're new here, my name is Cassie and I'm a self-diagnosed luxury addict. I put out videos on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, so if you like luxury fashion, then you're going to love it here. So head down there, subscribe, turn on the bell, become a member of our luxury addicted family. When are we going to rehab? Never. Okay, the next trend is keeping it simple. Minimalism. I think I live between, no, I was going to make a claim there. I was going to say I think I live between maximalism and minimalism, but to say I live anywhere near minimalism is a lie. So, not really my area of expertise, but as usual, I do my best to try and give you the details. You'll see this in different ways. This is a very sort of low-key trend that we're seeing across different styles. So there's lots of different shoe styles that you can do this. And really the overarching theme of it is to give this sort of very delicate look. And a plus side is that they tend to go with a lot of things. Example one, the Hermes Georgia sandals. I mentioned these in my sort of monthly What's Trending in Luxury Fashion video because these are hailed to be the next Hermes It sandal. I did find out recently that they are a bit uncomfortable and the proportions don't make sense. So like your foot goes in, but then your toe doesn't reach the toe ring, blah, blah, blah. So definitely try these on if you can to make sure that it's going to work for you. But anyway, this is a prime example of all you have here is the toe ring and then two straps across the foot that are connected by H's. Very simple. If we take this to a heel, then you have the Loewe petal sandals. So these are, again, it's sort of a toe ring situation. We're loving a toe ring, as is Rihanna. If anybody saw her TikTok of laughing in the face of quiet luxury, a queen, truly. But anyway, we're off topic. Toe ring, and then you've got another strap that goes across the remainder of the four toes, tiny little buckle details. And then the only thing that's a little bit sort of quirky and different with these is that the heel comes out at an angle. Again, these are being done in a few different colours, and if you like this but you wanted a little bit of something fun with it, maybe that's where you go with an interesting colour, a blue or a lilac or something like that. And then, I will put this in this category, the Jimmy Choo India mules. So, again, seen on some of the fashion set as it were, this is a mule style. They do this in 3 heel heights. I will cover them all. But let's start with the 70mm. So it's got these like a few tiny little straps held together by a tiny crystal heart in a mule style. So you've got the 70, you've got the 100, which has 3 sections of straps. So a little bit more going on there. But then again, I really do think it's down this sort of minimalist, tiny little strappy vibe. And then you've got a flat version as well. Very strappy, it's very sort of almost naked. Which brings us to our next category, which I have named naked shoes. This is lingerie for the feet. And definitely for the last few summers, we've seen the PVC trend creep its little head in, give us a wave, and overstay its welcome. Now, especially when it comes to a PVC toe cap, or that strap that goes across the toes being PVC, I've become a bit sick of these. So, whilst the Valentino Tango platform is available in a fully PVC version, I do not wish that toe fog on any of us. So, the naked shoes that I am particularly drawn to are mainly down the mesh route. Now, as we know, I'm a little bit biased because I bought the Ballet mules recently, insert photos here, and arguably one of the top 10 best decisions I've made in my life. Absolutely love those shoes. They are so interesting and unique, but extremely wearable and just my compliments to the chef, right? So I won't be harping on any more about those, but if you've been thinking about it, do it. The other pair that I have mentioned here and there are the Chanel fishnet boots. These are in an ankle length, a knee high, and also an over the knee, but the most popular version are the ankle length. These are with or without crystals. These are in white, in a black, like an all monochromatic black. Also, then you've got the YSL blonde mules. So they have done this before in a sort of fishnet version with crystals studding it, but now they've got a mesh version with, again, crystals on there in a sort of nude. Came across a new brand. So this one isn't technically like a shoe that's having a moment, but maybe it is. I don't know, I'm putting you on. but I felt the need to tell you. Brit Netta is a new shoe brand based in New York, and I believe all of their sort of first collection that they've dropped with are all mesh, but they're all pointed toe sort of court shoe styles. So if you like naked, but you don't want to feel fully frontal on the feet, maybe this is a way to go. They do some really nice like ankle ties and just really sort of nice mule versions as well. Even my Fendi mesh match sneakers, right? Again, a way to incorporate the sort of naked trend in a way that maybe, you know, you're not feeling the wind through each and every one of your toes as much as some of the other ones. The only thing that's a bit weird with them is the sizing, so keep that in mind and try them on before. I think I ended up going a full size down in those, FYI. Next trend. I've called this one racing stripes. And this is where, you know, people are going to be like, oh my gosh, like, why are we even talking about this? Is this even technically luxury? Well, all I'm saying is the luxury girls and the fashionistas are wearing these. I would say for the last year, there is one shoe within fashion that has been ruling the roost. And that shoe is the Adidas Samba sneaker. Okay, so that was number 5 on hottest products in List's Q3 2022 list index report, right? However, I do feel it's been bumped off the top spot by its sister, the Adidas Gazelle sneaker, a slightly chunkier version, less low to the ground, less sort of bowling shoe inspired. If I had to pick between the two, I would definitely be more of a Gazelle girl, I feel. That one was on the list index in Q2, was it Q2 of 2022? And also Q1 of this year, right? So she is staking her claim, and 2023 has been seeing these worn by a lot of celebrities. At the fashion weeks that we had in February, we spotted a lot of these as well. So obviously you can go down the original Adidas route. As we know, they also have been doing collaborations with Gucci over the past sort of year with Gazelle versions in, you know, a bit more saturated Alessandra Michele-ish colours that, I'm not going to lie, were really fun, especially the all green version. I also do want to give an honourable mention, while we're talking in the category of sneakers, to the Loewe Flow runner sneakers. Again, this little bit more retro-y sneaker style we're seeing a lot of, Loewe being one of the hottest brands of the year, and Loewe sort of does this style very well. Again, number of different colour variations. Give them gimmicks. Novelty. Again, I was talking about Novelty a lot, I think, mainly towards the beginning of this year, and how that's interpreted in a lot of very different ways in shoes, right? And this can be a bit of an odd one because Novelty feels inherently trendy. It feels very passing. But I feel like if you buy according to your style, this is where you can have a lot of fun and buy pieces that are just very sort of out there and interesting, but that will stand the test of time. Now, on the complete opposite end of what I've just said is something like Mischief's Big Red Boot, right? I mean, if I were to see anybody win it now, I'd be like, time's passed, truly. For those like 3 weeks on Instagram where my entire Instagram page was practically red because of this shoe, I mean, you know, it's been and gone. However, there's a lid for every pot, and if, you know, dressing like Astro Boy is your style, then maybe this was the absolute perfect thing for you. However, on the much more wearable scale of things, this is also a way that they sort of merged ready-to-wear trends into footwear really well, and there's one person that's really leading the pack on this, and it's Magda Butrym. One really big trend that we're seeing a lot of is rosettes, a 3D floral moment, right, at the neck or dripping down some dresses, whatever. And she's done this in heels as well. There was so she's actually merged the rosettes with sort of strappy naked sandals as well. And she's got these like in a denim. She also did them in like a black satin with a white rose. I thought those were really beautiful. They're really nice. And it definitely fits into Novelty, but when you have these sort of more novelty, more out there pieces, the best way, in my opinion, to really drive it home is to give the limelight to them, okay? Wear it with a really simple, easy outfit and let the shoes do the talking. Another way that we're seeing this, though, is Novelty embellishments, okay? Another sort of, again, we're seeing this down the strappy sandals route. The Dua Lipa Versace collaboration has brought with it a lace-up sandal that again has little crystal butterflies, you know, flying up your calves. Once again, the calf tie thing, we have to come up with an easier way of doing this that doesn't mean that gravity gets the last laugh at the end of the day, okay? But also, that doesn't mean that I have to tie it so tight that my legs look like a salami, you know, hanging from a butcher's shop. But again, that's one way that we're seeing it. Tiny little novelty, little details. It doesn't have to be a big red boot, you know. What are your thoughts on these big shoe trends and the designer shoes that are coming along with them? I will leave a link to another video over here in case you haven't already seen it. Have an amazing morning, afternoon or evening wherever you are, and in the words of my father,
if you've enjoyed it, tell your friends. If you haven't, keep your mouth shut.
I'll see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye guys.